All right, man. Let's talk Pistons. So it's being reported that the Pistons are expected to be major players this offseason. I think you had Sham say this could be one of the crazier off seasons in recent NBA history. Um, I'm not surprised. And I'm gonna tell you why I'm not surprised if it's true that the Pistons are gonna be major players. Anytime you take over something, even though it can be perfectly fine. You know, human nature is that you want to put your touch on it, right? God can send you the perfect car, but you know, it's perfect. I got a tenant. I gotta put some 20s on it. Like everybody want to put their touch. You can buy the perfect house for your mom, right? You can buy the perfect house for your mom, but she gonna have to, perfect wall color. I wanted this color. So I get it. When you get a guy like Trajan Langdon that came in, yeah, he added Tim Hardaway. Yeah, he added Malik Beasley. He added, eventually added Dennis Schroeder and Tobias Harris. But I think those were moves that he could make. It's not necessarily the exact moves that he wanted, but he added the right pieces. And now that, the Pistons is looking like a destination spot, owner not cheap. You got a black general manager or president that's running stuff. You got a black head coach. You got, brothers on the coaching staff. It's a predominantly black city. And I think I didn't realize how abnormal it was. And I'm going to start kind of talking about that as we kind of get after the draft. A little bit more news about the city of Detroit. I'm going to start with shorts. Y'all see I kind of been doing shorts. But we're going to start talking about what's going around the city. But I didn't really notice that when people come here, I seen a lady from Kansas City, Dallas. When people come here and they talk about how black Detroit is, they haven't seen it. And Detroit is blacker than in Atlanta. Atlanta is no longer predominantly black. That's why I kind of encourage people to read up on current events. I think Atlanta is only 40% black now. The G word is taking over, right? People are like, what's the G word? Gentrification. I went to Brooklyn, gentrification. So you starting to kind of see, like people starting to say, it's a Detroit channel on Instagram that cover it. When people come here and say, I didn't know, I've never seen this many black people. To us, it's normal. It's normal. But when people come here, I think, they to us, it's just fucking normal. No, we go to Dallas, Houston, and it's all mixed and stuff like that. Like New York, you see Dominican people in New York, you think they black and they Spanish. Even some Puerto Ricans that dark, you know what I'm saying? So to us, like we like, hey, ain't every major city like that? No. And then you start dabbling in the suburbs, and it's some of the best suburbs around the nation. Especially, I think about 5 or 10 years ago, they rated, I think Oakland County or some of the suburbs, forget with the Macomb, some of the best around. So, like I said, when you got bread, you ain't really living in the city of Detroit. But the city has a lot of amenities that you don't get other places. I kind of miss living in it. Like some things I miss about the city about, shit staying open late and, you know what I'm saying? I agree with that. Like when you move out, it's like when I lived in Alabama, it's like, boy, if you don't get your dinner by 8, everything closed. All you got is like the Speedway and maybe the local 7-Eleven that's open. But yeah, people sleep on it as a destination spot. You talking about food. Especially when you can go back and forth across the bridge at will before 9/11. Dog. But yeah, I can see them being a major player. And, whether it's, Laurie Marketing, whether they change their mind on Zion, whether it's Ja Morant, Trae Young, whether it's whoever it may be, DeMontis Sabonis, DeMar DeRozan, Zach LaVine, and whoever knows, maybe it's Miles Turner, Naz Reid, Bobby Portis, Brooke Lopez, Giannis Antetokounmpo, whatever that may be, whatever. Oh my, I hate when somebody can't drive and they just going the same way I'm going. But yeah, whatever that may be, yeah, I can see them being major players. Because the thing about the NBA is, these type of guys that could be available this offseason, they're not always available. That's the crazy thing about it. They're not always available. You know, they're not always available. So when you get these number of guys that fit your, and if they fit your program, you kind of got to make it happen because the Pistons got a lot of young players. So really, I don't really need the draft picks right now. Eventually, you will to sustain the success. You will need the draft picks. But right now, you can trade the picks because you've been picking so high for so long from Ron. And if you can retain most of these guys, Sasser, Ron Hollins, Asar Thompson, Durn, if you can retain at least 2 or 3 of those guys, you're in a great position to trade assets. You know what I'm saying? So it'd be interesting. Right now you got to be saying, I don't feel like we too far away from Indiana. I think in the talent gap situation, you just, really when you look at it, Siakam may be the difference. You might say, well, if Ivy might be the difference, then, you might have some answers on here. Asar Ron learned to shoot better. So you have the potential answers. It's just that Indiana has the experience. You know what I'm saying? Now, you can add experience. Booker been to the championship. Giannis won the championship. You know what I'm saying? Ja got some playoff experience. Trae Young been to the Eastern Conference Finals. Like, you can add it. But team growth. Yeah, it's about team growth, bro. So as a team. But, yeah, even if they stand pat, I like their chances. Just being healthy and, you know what I'm saying, that camaraderie. And that's what you don't really break. When you got guys that's unselfish and love playing with each other and love doing stuff together, that's the way with Oklahoma City Thunder. That's the way. Then you had Hallie hit that shot last night. I mean, supposed to have been a Piston, but maybe we wouldn't ended up with Cade. Who knows? Still trying to figure out how you got Killian over Hallenberg. That is crazy. I'm still tripping on Rodney White over Joe Johnson. Fuck was Joe Dumars smoking a pack of dick, wasn't he? That nigga smoking a pack of Dick and Miles. On pack, boy. I know y'all like CJ, you was a nut. Yeah. But yeah, man, shit. My eye getting there, but I'm gonna keep on the shades. I'm getting the Meta Ray-Bans. I don't really fuck with Facebook though, man. Fuck Mark Zuckerberg. Sucker trash. He's just such a sensitive little biatch. Can't stand that little punk. Facebook is so whack. Compared to X, Facebook is trash. Elon, buy Facebook. Shit. Let Elon run Facebook. Or fake book. I really don't care for Instagram neither, though. Anything sucker boy. But that's all I had to say, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Let me know what y'all girls and guys think, man. Appreciate y'all for supporting the channel. Hit the link tree. It's the first link in the description. You can find me on X, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Kick, Twitch, the whole 9. How did I get here? Gas is cheap this morning. Everybody want to come to Speedway. They didn't bring their rigs, their trucks, their baby mamas to Speedway. For sure. And there ain't never no bad bitches at Speedway. I swear to God. That's one thing I miss about the hood. The hood, you having hoes. Out here, there be no hoes at the gas station. Brad, can you go pump my gas? Yes, baby. But I appreciate y'all. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Peace.